Okay, hey, my diary, my diarrhea, the shit that I spew out onto YouTube. Just bleh. This is my diarrhea. I'm gonna talk some diarrhea, but I'm not talking shit, man. I mean, yeah, who cares what you think it is? Vent, a way to vent, a way to discuss a good topic by yourself. A good counseling session, to be your own therapist. Go in there. You know what the fuck it is. You've seen your life. So, I want to talk about people in general. Just anybody in the world, doesn't matter. The average people trapped in their little prison matrix. The same mundane, everything always the same, boring ass shit that I'm fucking sick of. And I actually wanted to talk about, like, salvation, maybe. How about? I got a lot of things on my fucking mind. You know, salvation. Everybody's heard of salvation. You could be saved by your Lord Jesus Christ. I don't believe in any of that shit. You know, there's a prophet, and there's some bullshit that you. So here's what it is. Christ can't save you from your sins, and if that is so, that means Christ is my fucking enemy because he would save my enemy. And I highly disagree with that. I mean, I think any logical thinking individual would understand that's fucked up. And then there's the smug, arrogant people. That's 90% of the fucking world. That they can be saved. Like, not everybody believes in this shit. They're just like, fuck it, nothing's real. But then there's the fake shit. I mean, everybody's fake, but they wanna use it. They can use it against you. If you're saved by Jesus, there people are gonna use that against you. Like, people that do shit to you, harass you, and say, "Oh, praise God, man. Oh, praise Jesus." Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm not stupid. These people that gloat, they gloat. What is it? Gloating. To be a fucking glutton in your emotions and just, I mean, you can find an incubus and a succubus and they can be one, but I mean, there's chaos though, right? There's fucking chaos. Now I'm just gonna go off on just shit. Like, fucking, there's everything in this fucking world is chaos. And to think that it's gonna stop, it's not gonna stop. It's gonna forever fucking go. It is on. It is fucking on. And people like me, who are totally separate from society, and I'm not a leech either. I'm not a leech. I may be some sort of an incubus that needs some kind of succubus. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not the type to actually lash out first and try to fucking take from something, from someone, some shit that isn't yours. You're gonna try and take what isn't yours, what is mine, what is my right, what is my birthright. You're like gonna suck that energy out when I'm not. I don't allow it. I have to allow it for that to be okay. So I'm sitting in the living room and I'm just like thinking like this in my mind, and I'm like, what was I thinking? I was like, what the fucking that bald crackhead said to me, that lives here down the hall. He was like, I was outside smoking a joint once a while back. This shit happened a while back, like 6, 7, 8 months. And so I'm smoking a joint and I was like, just chilling, and he's out there, he's lights a smoke, and he's like, I know what kind of person you are. I'm like, what? What do you mean? What kind of person I am? He's like, oh, you think you're the shit. Oh, you think you're the best. Like, what? And it's just so stupid. The state of mind that is. It's like you can't even use your senses or any type of intuition to figure that out. Like, if you actually knew me, I'm actually a very loving, giving type of creative, non-judgmental person. I really am. Like, whatever anybody wants to say about you, people can say anything in the world. People can say I murdered 1,000 people. People will say they murdered hundreds of people, just to sound like they're scary or something. And it's like, oh, you murdered, like, the same dude told me, like, he said a whole bunch of shit. He told me that he murdered 38 people. And actually, I think that's his age. So I was like, oh, so you killed someone for every year you were alive? He killed someone literally every year for as long as he's been alive. 38 body count. 38 years old. Like, I mean... and in their mind, you are so much lower than they are. Like, you are a bottom feeder. You are just nothing. You have nothing. You're just a suicide. You're just dirt on shit on their shoe. You're nothing. You mean nothing. Go kill yourself, basically. And so, just this type of thinking that thinks, and that's the average way. And they think that they're the real ones. Now, a lot of them must actually know that they're completely moronic and have no sense or value of anything. It's just to self-serve. They're fucking self-serving. That's it. They mean nothing to this universe. They mean nothing to the world. And they would be nothing by themselves. So, what I'm saying is, maybe I'm like flexing here a little bit. But I don't need to do that. I'm not this bottom level feeder that they'll try to make you out to be. And you have to know in your mind who you are as a person, what you've been through, what you know, your education, your knowledge, anything, everything, who you are. So it's incredible that they can just do that. But then on the other hand, it's just the way of the world. And it's just, that proves how much they haven't learned. Like, their education is really a little tiny bit. Just a total basic, like, skimmed off the top. It is, like, not shallow to any degree. It is a skimming of the top of the scum. They're skimming the scum. I don't know. And a fucking chef of mine, I think it was Matty Matheson or something. He was like, he skims the scum when he makes soup or something. You're skimming the scum. You're skids. You know very little. In which, in reality, you're the shit stains. So it's like, this guy, I just have to say this. just fun. It's the end of the month. Let's just have a little bit of a chat, a little bit of fun of just, like, how dumb people are. Like, I could go on for a long time about how fucking dumb people are. It's, like, actually really easy, and it's fun, and it makes me feel good. You know, because I'm actually not really the type to be, like, want to bring somebody down. I don't want to bring people down. I really actually don't. But there are so many who just need to be put in their place. You know, they don't know their place. They don't know who they are. They have to learn their place. And it's like a retardation. It's like, it's Asperger's. That is Asperger's. Most people in society don't know they have a mental illness. They don't know they have a learning disability. They don't know. Because really deep down they do. But if they go get checked out, then they'll know. Then their secret will be out. And so he also goes on to tell me, like, we sat down like this a couple times. And he said he was trying to make it like it was me, because we're all, I'm seriously these people's enemy. They're like, this is totally like ridiculous. And so he's sitting down trying to make it sound like it was me. I think that's what it had to be, because if it isn't, and if it's the truth, wow, that would suck to be that guy. Okay, so he says that he was in Taiwan or somewhere, like, I don't know, in the Philippines, or I don't know where it was, or like probably like Taiwan, something like that, in a foreign country, and he was like 21 or in his early 20s, and he's a lippy fucking faggot. So I guess he lipped off a whole gang of trannies, and he says that he was raped by like 8 or 12 trannies, and they took turns, and he talked about how big his asshole was, and I was like, whoa, 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 that happened? He's like, yeah, it did. And like, if it didn't, he was just trying to be a fucking faggot and make it sound like something that was fucked up. And I was just like, okay, yeah, continue talking, because it's like, I know exactly what you're fucking doing. And the next day I was like, is that true? Is that real? I was like, oh, like I did feel bad for him at first. Like, I felt bad for him. I was like, whoa, that's harsh. Whoa, really? I can't believe that. And then a couple nights later, like way early in the morning, like comes over with this fucking hunting knife. And he's like, yeah, I killed a bunch of guys outside. I was like, okay, let's go see the bodies. And he's like, what do you mean? No, we don't need to. The Hells Angels are they're circling all around. You don't want to go out there just trying to scare me. And I was like, where's the blood on the knife? And it's this huge fucking knife. And yeah, he could have stabbed me, and he could have fucking literally killed me that day. But I doubted it, and here I am still alive. So anyway, just the fucking mind games people will play with you, you know? So I told that goof to get the fuck out. And yeah, that guy's not allowed over here again. He is not allowed to be over here anymore. You know, people will break your trust so hard, so vicious, and it doesn't need to happen. Like, they'll just go so fucking ballistic and just way too the macho. They're so fucking macho. Like, who even gives a fuck? And then anybody that's with that is a fucking asshole. Straight up, fucking asshole bitch. They just want to fucking scratch your face and like they're the low levels. That is the low level shit. That is the low level shit. That's not, you're not ascending in any way. And hey, fucking descend. That's good too, you know. I've said before, and I truly believe you have to ascend and descend and to learn on your spiritual growth. So it's just funny just thinking this shit. And I was like, I wasn't gonna say that, but I was like, oh, I felt bad for him. Like, really, he was raped by like 12 trannies. Holy shit! He said like for an hour. Like, okay, well, the rest of your life is gonna suck ass. Like, he probably thinks about killing himself every day, you know, and he probably should, cause like, but he deserved it. Like, people like that deserve it. It's like, should you go back in time and kill baby Hitler? Should you? Yeah, probably. You know, like that old kind of thing. That kind of like thinking pattern. Like, I'll go back and kill Hitler. Then that'll help the world, you know? Yes, it would. But then there would have been another Hitler. There's so many fucking Hitlers. Like, there's Hitlers everywhere. You can't stop them. They're everywhere. So it's like, at first, like, you don't know somebody, and you try to get to know your neighbor or whatever, but it's like, you know, maybe you shouldn't. But, you know, it's good that I did in this case. Because it's like, I was always like, what is that feeling? That feeling is so stupid. It's like it's total BS. And I was like, where is it coming from? Okay, time for a reconnaissance mission. Time to figure that shit out. And you figure this shit out. And if you're just really are a bottom feeder, then you won't know shit and you'll just conform. I am totally against conformity. I would never conform to any old asshole. And that's just it. Everybody's got one, right? So Everybody's an asshole, really. And that's sad, because I moved here, I didn't know anybody a couple years ago, and this is what it is. But that's just the world. That's the fucking world. That's just people. They're stupid and selfish and ignorant, and fuck them. So, you gotta watch out in this world. These people, you trust nobody, ever. And I knew that going into it. That's what I'm saying. I went purposefully on this mission to find out, and I found out, and I'm glad I did. And people like this do need to be stopped. Fucking criminals, man. Fucking criminals, and I ain't fucking scared. Okay. I got protection. But it is sad. People need to protect themselves and lie and cheat and steal. So we need Jesus. We need Jesus to come and save us. You fucking stupid liars. But isn't that a nice story? You're on the cross and, oh, I forgive you, Mr. Rapist. But hey, the rapist fucking raped a fucking really retarded guy that deserved to be raped like that. So I guess, yeah, die for the rapist that raped the retarded guy that deserved to be raped. Hey. And then you look to the other thing, it's like, oh, I just stole a piece of bread, so they're gonna kill me. And you're like, oh, okay, well, yeah, that's fair. Crucify him, he took bread. Yeah, so it's like the balance is not even there. There's like no fucking balance. Like, you see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, you do. So, yeah. And it's like this building that I'm in, it's like, they're crackheads. They smoke crack, for sure. And why would you want to be with someone like that? And the answer is, you just don't have the experience. You just don't know the outcome. You think it's all la-di-fucking-da. You don't know the outcome. You don't know what's gonna fucking happen to you now. Now that you got the ball rolling. You know, like, don't you know what's good for you? Don't you know? Don't you know what's good for you? Yeah, so I want to, like, have these videos, energy charged videos, like, for manifestation. Like, I want to use this for manifestation. This energy, put energy into you, the camera, the viewer, some bros of mine. So yeah, there's an adversary out there, and you have to know it. You have to know your enemy. Because who the fuck are you? I know who the fuck you are. You're that type of fucking person. I just know who the fuck you are. Like, oh my god, it's you again. This is fucking you again. This is my fucking affirmation. I'm the fucking speaker here. This is for real. This is a confirmation. This is my affirmation. So we got a lot of adversarial current here, and it's teaching me to be wise. Be wise in the Force. You know, I don't think I'm a Jedi or a Sith. You know, somewhere in between. It's like I'm both. I'm a Sith Jedi. Or whatever the fuck. And this is a statement of a reconnaissance mission. This is the truth. You know, I'm making light conversation really basically about something dark. So I think there's something to be said about that. I'm just not some schmuck. And that's just the easiest way out for everybody and anybody. That you just meet for 10 minutes. Have a 10-minute conversation basically, you know? I was just a smock. You're like part of that old like mentality. You're like your father's father, you know. That I am not. I'm not like my dad. I'm the only one. I really am. And that's just an evolution. That's an ascension. That's growing. My spirit is growing. And people hate that. People don't want your spirit to grow. They don't want to see the light within you. So this is just another reason why I'm choosing the left-hand path. And why I'm calling it that. Because I'm not a conformist. And it's not just the law you conform to. The law is fucked up also. The law is fucked up as well. Society's fucked up, and we're just here for the chaos, you know? We should be kind and loving to everybody, but there's that part of us. There's that demon inside of us that's gonna fucking wanna take it all for ourselves. Maybe we can see the chance. Maybe we've all had something happen to us, and we just let that situation become us, and we became that hate. I suppose. Yeah. So, I wrote this like, I guess I'm not going to read that. Got a whole bunch of notes. I actually write my notes on a Seinfeld. This is Seinfeld's pilot that he made. Can you even read that? Sort of. But I got a whole bunch of them. And so I write notes on the other side. But yeah. I'll get back to you. Thanks for listening.